Hey guys, this is War Machine 395 back with another video review, this time of this shield. Yeah. Alright, so most of you know exactly where this is going. This is a monstrous shield, right? Belonging to this guy. Alright. This is actually my first high-grade kit. He's older. He's high-grade number 66, if I recall. I do have his manual still. I just kind of forgot to get it out at the beginning of this review. So, again, the usual manual art for a UC kit. You get a picture of him out of the box, painted by a pro. Anyway, so this is what it looks like out of the box, just lined. So we'll kind of rotate him around a little. He's big, really big, right? Which you guys will see in the size comparison at the end. Alright, to start, we're going to go with articulation in the head. Okay, so he can nod up and down. He does not do the chicken movement because he's... I'm going to get that head off there. Just a ball joint. Right, ball and socket. That is it. So he can rotate easy enough, but his chin catches. You just got to be careful. It's not going to go all the way around. I don't think so anyway. The back of the head gets caught on things, and then the chin gets caught on things. You know, it gets all over the place. Alright, so we're going to start with the arms though. The pegs on the shoulders are kind of short, but they're massive. Lots of grooves in them, so they're pretty stiff after you get them on there. No polycaps in that shoulder. Alright, so some big shoulder binders. That kind of looks like it. So the arm can go out that far. That's the max right there. As far as it can go, it can't go up any further because this arm guard will block it, and I need to go a little closer in. This isn't going to apply to both arms, of course. And the elbow, it's 90 degrees. It's just the way the armor is designed. It can't go any further. The wrist is different than your usual high grade. It's got a hinge that allows it to go up and down like this. So it's not a ball joint. Let's see if I can get the hand off. The hand is a ball joint, but it won't do you any good. It's all the way in there. It's on a long peg, kind of ball joint. Alright, so the binders are also attached directly to the shoulder, hinged. So you can close them up. Looks like this. So you kind of looks pretty cool closed up. It's neat. So first, the thrusters on the back side can rotate all the way around if you so please. Alright, so they line up this way pretty nice. When you put them out like this, when you move the outside one down, it makes the inner one go out as well, right? So you rotate this, and then you have three big thrusters all aligned. All three are on ball joints in their respective hidey holes, right? So they can rotate around and pop around like this if you so please. Looks pretty good though. Like it stays. Yeah, well, it looks really good, really. Something that was very key to the anime, I guess. If you're interested in that. Massive spoiler! Ah! Alright. So, pretty nice arm, I'd say. Considering the age of the kit. It's like high grade number 66 again, right? Can't remember the year though. Alright, so the chest is basically at a standstill. It can move a little tiny bit forward and backwards. Right. It's very stiff to get apart, and it's a ball joint in there. It's been a long time since I built this kit, so I actually have to tear it apart to find out what kind of joints it has and which places. Each of the legs is ball jointed, so you can see in there if you can. Skirts are independent on the front. It's not too bad. Side skirts are independent. Back skirts are locked in place as part of the rear armor. And the knees bend, so I'll get the bazooka chunk out of there, 90 degrees. Right? And if you move the front skirts up, you can get all the way up like this. So not too shabby. It's on par with some of the other kits from the series. Especially considering its bulk, it's doing really well. Alright, so these big honking red parts represent the feet. Right? And you can see where these two parts separate, so it's like a mouth. Nom 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 nom. Some sort of alligator thing going on there. Those close up, can rock back and forth easy enough. Try and get that off there. So this particular part is on a ball joint. This is on a ball joint too. And deeper inside here there's a hinge, so I can rock back and forth really easy. So it's like it's got 4 or 5 joints going for it in the ankles, but still kind of confined because of the way the legs are designed. There we go. So the feet go back in there like that. So I think this kit would have a lot more trouble standing up if the feet weren't designed so big. Like they're massive, but they're kind of necessary massive. Another thing I'd like to point out while we're sitting here before I go to accessories is the size of the hands. They're huge. Like the kit is at a near normal height, but the hands, if you compare them to that of the Gym Type C, which is a normal sized high grade, these hands are huge. You can see that, right? They're massive. Right? They make the Gym Type C look like a little girl. Right? So, on to the shield, which is its own only really normal accessory. Besides the beam sabers, which are stored in the waist. And you, of course, get 2 nice clear green beams, which I have kept stored nicely. But oddly enough, you actually slide it through the bottom of the hand first. Bottom first, and then you put the beam saber in, which is the easiest way to do it. Just like that. Not too bad. Looks good, and okay. Again, staying true to the anime. Looks nice. Alright, and the shield. So we'll take a look-see there. So again, the shield is huge and has vents, and it has its own articulation too. Right, so these tiny pieces at the end. Right, so you pull out the handle here. Oh man, that's stiff. There we go. Alright, so the handle has these 2 pegs on it. And when you look at this, it has 4 holes. Alright? So when you put it in this way with both the pegs, it locks it. When you put it in this way, it allows the hinges to open. Right? So you can open as much as you want this way, but if you put it this way, it locks it in place, so nothing comes in or out. Alright, so these open and close with relative ease, and these end parts move up and down. So it's a big piece of plastic. It's got 2 halves basically squished together. Other than that, it's hollow. And then you get your bazooka barrel. It's big too, right? We'll set that off to the side for now, because we're going to use it later. And we'll put away this nice green beam as well as the other, right? Put these away and slide this back into its nice comfy hole. Alright, I'll close these up. Got a cat munching at something in the background, I think. That's what's going on. So the shield's back together again without the bazooka barrel. This hand has to bend up like that, 90 degrees, and then the hand comes off. Again, very stiff. and comes apart. Alright, so my camera shut off again. I was trying to get this posed just as well because you guys didn't miss much. So, except for I have to adjust the camera again because he's, again, too large to fit in frame. So this is him, binders way out, bazooka armed, and staring down the barrel. So this is probably the coolest pose you can possibly do with this kit. And I have to say, it looks badass. Alright, so, on to the size comparison. Last part of the video, of course. So, we mentioned this guy, his hands, being little girly hands, and frankly, he also looks like a little girl standing next to this monster. So, you can kind of stand underneath the binders if you want. Tiny, tiny dude. See, look at that. He's hiding underneath them. But he's still at the same height at the head, pretty much. We got the GP02. We'll get him to stand in front. Back the shield, maybe. I don't know. He takes up too much the camera frame. We'll swap the two out. There we go. Just like that. So poor GP02 is also, despite his bulk, is still dwarfed by the GP02 rather thoroughly. And I guess that's it for this review. And thanks for watching, guys. Hope you have a good one.